This is the video showcasing the Chaos Awakener plus 12 buffs and maybe other buffs. Now, my editor needed an intro. This video is from past live streams, and if there are any changes or buffs, I should, at the time of this video release, just plug in random moments or future flares talks. This is slightly past flares, but still newer flares than the other flares you're going to watch in this video. Again, this is several different flares from different timelines going together to make this chaos video. So, they're different dates, different footage. All you fucking retards. Different flares, different universe. You already know, different timelines. We're all nerds here, okay? So, flares out. This is the chaos video. So, fucking, let's rouse Alva here. This is the first unit. It's pretty bad. First time damage dealt each turn, gain 81 shield. It's a bit more than that, because you get the alert effect too. You get the alert effect too. So, we rouse Alva. So, we get 94 shield. 94 shield, guys. This was the buff. This is future flares. All it does. I'm gonna jump scare you, either with my voice or with disturbing facts from beyond the pale. Cause you and it only triggers once. Edits. It only triggers once a turn. This is the plus 12 alpha buff, guys. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. That was the plus 12 alpha buff. Okay, do we have a Pandia? I don't think I have no one. Like, Pandia is even less popular now because everyone knows how dog shit Pandia is. Yeah, no one has a whale Pandia. Any of you guys in chat has a plus 12 Pandia? Just message me right now or later during the stream. But I'm not investing in it for this video, dude. Everyone knows it's dog shit even after the buff. But I can probably get it if I pull some more. Actually, this is a pulling stream now. Let's fucking... Because the new unit is kind of disappointing. I don't like it. I have a G-Doll. Let's pull G-Doll. If I off-rate it, it's fine. This is a chaos, so I'm going to off-rate someone. Oh, there's a Pandia. It didn't need the Alva. I'm just doing this to off-rate... I'm fucking going to black Pandia, dude. 3 Pandias. Maybe I'll get a plus 12 Pandia. Holy shit, all these Pandias. Just when I was shit-talking Alva and Pandia. I was literally just shit-talking them, dude. Okay. This is the Rouse Pandia. So this is I wailed out on this Pandia. Level 80. Plus 12. All these wheels. So now, this is the additional effect. When Pandia gains permanent counter, gains strength equal to 3% of that value. This card does not work. It's temporary counter. This card does not work. It's temporary counter. This card, you know what cards work? Her Wax Hot Desire. And her Exalt. How much does her Exalt give, guys? Wow. That was a lot of strength, guys. Yep. Oh, 3 strength. Oh. Oh my gosh, look at all that strength, guys. Oh, look at all that permanent strength we got from Pandia. 39. 39. Insane. Insane. So let's continue. Let's play our other cards. We need to get our other cards. We need to get our other cards. New counter meta. Yeah. Here we go. Wax Hot Desire. So this, remember, this is the effective this turn, effective this battle. So we have 39 strength. This is a number that's going to go up. Because her Rouse is permanent strength. Fun fact, did you know that in 2017 or 2016, after the movie It came out, there was an increase in the amount of searches for clown porn? Google it. This is actually a fact. So we have 39 permanent strength right now. We play Wax Hot Desire. So that gave us 3 permanent strength. This card gives us it's a double day. Oh my gosh, it's so much strength, guys. I wailed out on this, by the way. You saw me fucking pull on this. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Does this make Pania a good unit? 51? 54. Caucus in her? Oh, how much does it get there? Oh my gosh, 81. And I played several cards, by the way. We have 2,000 counter. By the way, Caucus, by the way. This is 1 Caucus card worth of counter. This is 1 Caucus card for worth of counter. It's literally 1 Caucus card. Not even a Shattered. You play a Caucus defense after you rouse in blue stance. You get just as much counter as we've been doing for 5 straight turns. For 5 straight turns, guys. I'm not manipulating. I fucking am equipping plus 12 wheel. Plus 12 wheel. 10 Soul Forge or 9 Soul Forge. Anyone that tells you Pania is viable? Is that viable to you? With that, you know what we say when we witness that? You're going into the black pool, Pania! So her buff is this bottom option. Fixed counter dealt by all Awakeners plus 25%. So we need to show it, case it without it first. So I'm going to rouse Caucus as well. Just to show the buff that Nautilus does. It's 25%. But let's fucking remove a card. I'm going to keep that card. This doesn't give, this doesn't give anything. Future players, why am I jump scaring you? What? Why would I do this? Because it entertains me. Fuck up. So let's rouse the Caucus. So, rouse the Caucus right now. Yeah, so this is an unoptimized team. That 1 rouse card, by the way, just rousing Caucus, did this much counter. With no wheels, nothing. Just rouse him. The act of rousing him gave us 1,400 counter. You saw Pania, guys. You saw Pania, guys. How hard did she have to work? How hard did she have to work to achieve a fraction of his power? So we're gonna rewind this turn as well to showcase. So we're gonna play the Shattered. 4,000. We're gonna play the defense. Turn and carry, E3. So, 5,300. And we're going to play Protective. All this is 6,000 without any effects. No Caucus Exalt. So, let's do it again. Hand size. Yep. So now we're going to do this. So, it's the fixed counter 25%. So, right now, where is her strike? Is it in my hand? Here we go. Right now, she does 92 stacks of counter. I rouse her. This is 171 now. 171. Because, remember, her thing buffs that number 2. So, we remember all the numbers from Caucus. So, we're now going to rouse Caucus. It's now 1,400. This is now 1,400. Play the defense. 3,000. play the Shattered. Didn't crit, unlike last time. Play the defense. Get rid of this. This him. We're gonna Exalt. Strike. 8,000. So it is a small-ish buff. Still not good, but it doesn't change her placement on tier list. Nautilus is already good, but that was the effect of Nautilus. It only affects the fixed counter, so like her thing, but it's whatever. But that entire combo, one turn, Caucus, without doing anything special, no red stance. Remember, if it's red stance, it does even more damage. If it's red stance, you play it for real, it does more damage. So let me show you what I mean. Let me rouse Caucus. I'm not gonna play this card because this card is not worth it. Just to emphasize how piss poor the balancing is. So we're gonna play this. This is important. Play this. We're in a red stance. Exalt. Play this. So now we're gonna play Shattered. 7,000. Play the defense, which does nothing. This is just his rouse effect. 9,000. We didn't get the other card. Our hand was full, but we can grab it. Let's grab his strike. 12,000. E3, yeah. So this is 12,000. Non-optimized team. Turn 2. Didn't even touch this. Red stance. 12,000. How many turns did we play on Pandia? Suppozuno. It must be like a -1 turns. It must be like a fourth of a turn, right? There's no way she would generate 1/6 of the counter Caucus did. 1/6 of the counter after like 4 or 5 turns. There's no way that happened, right, guys? Yeah, the buff is good. I still wouldn't recommend pulling for her. She's a limited unit. So rouse her. So this bottom effect. Each hit received this turn increases the endure consumption effect of the next strike to protect by 40% up to 5 times. So let's not use this. We're gonna use her effect normally. We're gonna get to a turn where we get a regular strike protect and we're gonna rewind. Yep, win, blah, blah, blah. Gain endure. Okay. We're getting hit, but... Oh, perfect. So this is a turn that's good. So this is it normally. I exalt. This is it normally. Strike to protect. 1,000. All that. My editor can figure out how to edit it. But, so let's do it with the rouse this turn. So do this. To keep it the same. Rouse her up. Hopefully it doesn't get an overexalt. Yep. Good. Didn't get to trigger the overexalt. Exact same motions. That was a double hit. It can trigger more. It's nice. Still wouldn't plus 12 on her. So this is going to be calf comparison. Strength down. Okay, so I'm gonna make all these 3 Fiamma. So don't care, it doesn't buff her defense. It buffs her final damage and strength effect for each stack of Fiamma by 30%. So this is this value. I'll get a Hyper Flare. I'll get a Hyper Flare. I can see the number and then I'll fucking strike. I'm trying not to build too much. I'm just getting the Hyper Flare. I'm gonna record the values to showcase the difference. This is a huge buff. This is a huge buff. But some people, seeing is believing, you know? Seeing is believing. So, posse, blah, blah, blah. Strike. Defense. Play one more card. Like this. Okay. This is value on Hyper Flare. This is value on Last Stand. 48. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Decent. Okay, Rouse Riker. This triggers 2 times in succession. Yep. It triggers 2 times in succession. That's the buff. It's quite good. So, at the start, you can just... We're just going to play this. And upgrade again. So that is the buff. Instead of upgrading or grabbing a relic once, it's twice. And it's now a D9 dice. So to show that, let's clear our hand of 1 card. So we can roll, though. So the first roll is going to be a high number because of Riker Relic. 2. So it's 104. Oh, it double triggers. Also double triggers. Is that a normal thing? Let me try it with the other Riker. I think that's different. So that was 104 strength. That was quite good. So let's use it on my Riker. So that was 104 each. Because it max roll because of how Riker thing works. This is mine. I'm not going to wail on Riker. I'm not a furry. So we're going to choose this. Again, it only triggers once. In India, a couple of years ago, there was a guy who died of epoxy poisoning. The cause? He decided to epoxy his dick as a makeshift condom. Google it. And this is 48-48. Sup, James. So this is 48-48. So, well, you have to consider the levels as well. You have to consider the levels, and I rolled a 1. But 48 sort of demonstrated, so it's twice as... I still wouldn't recommend plus 12 man. It's nice. The double relic is nice. So, this one, I did not record the pre-Hamel DPS, but I do know that, from my math, because I'm the one that does calculations, that this does make Hamel DPS more viable. So this is a whale Hamel DPS build. There's only one. There is a pretty famous Hamel whale. He's down the leaderboards. He's usually number 1 here. Shania. This guy is the whale Hamel. Before, he would use Hamel DPS. So credits to this CN player. Because CN players are actually good, unlike, NA content creators. But fucking, this guy is pretty good at the game, even though he wails. But he uses Hamel Whale to clear the story. And this is just a buff to him. He's been a Hamel fan for over a year. Over a year now. So Shania is the one who runs Hamel DPS. So credit to him. Because unlike other content creators who steal content, I acknowledge who the content comes from. So Shania is the pioneer of Hamel DPS, which is a thing. So what you do is you want to exalt on the many unit cards at once without killing the boss and survive. So we're just gonna use fucking units that we're gonna dupe cards of. And to just scale and +2 all that jazz. So a good version of this is actually showcasing it with G Murphy for the Keyflare regen. And for the fucking And for the fucking other solutions, we're gonna grab fucking... Again, there are different teams for this. But we're just doing this for the purpose of showcasing the team and whatnot. So let me go over what his Rouse does. I forgot to go over that because I was too busy memeing. So his updated Rouse, let me is this. What every Rondino and Crescendo, so it fills up his ailments. This is OP actually. This first effect is OP, and Primal Chord for every 2 command cards where Rondino damage count +1. So Primal Chord should be Exalt. So this makes Exalt Hamel more of a thing. But let's just fucking do this. We want to Exalt him as frequently as possible here. So let's Hamel. This is just showcase the power of Hamel DPS post buff. So we're gonna fucking Exalt everything basically. Hamel got a buff here, but I'm lazy. I'll do the testing later. Let me tell you about a dog named Target. Now, he was a famous dog, helped our military overseas in the wars. He defended against, the evil bomber suicide dogs. We brought him back home. He went on Oprah. Everyone was so happy with that about him. He got captured and killed by a PETA adjacent organization because he was untagged and they couldn't get him tagged in time. While he was walking around, one of the PETA employees grabbed him, put him in a shelter, and killed him before the weekend was over. It's national news. Just look up Target, the dog that was on Oprah. Not all of these are sexual facts. Some of them shakes you to your core. You're welcome. So we're gonna exalt this. So he scales pretty strong now with this, so get this. Yeah. And he gets stronger the more you fucking, +2. And let's heal up. We want to exile him frequently. It's actually good. It's actually good. It's low right now, but it will scale up quite hard as a DPS. It might not look like much, but his entire thing is every time he exalts, every time he has those plus cards, or every time he uses that, he gets stronger and stronger. So what's +2 again? We're on +2 this. Because it'll get easier and easier to exalt as time goes on. So don't be fooled. This is actually a good buff. So right now he gets 35 alien miss a turn. No, this is alert 4 because I was worried about dying. So every time he exalts, basically he gets 5 alien, so it makes his next exalt easier. I like this buff a lot. This buff is good for him.
You were scared, weren't you? I'll be here any moment.
Heal up.
Any moment in video.
And
you will see hard.
That's not gonna fucking move the needle. And we're gonna exalt again. We're gonna exalt this. What's up, Sparky? So this is a lot of hits right now. So all of that debuff, its debuff, its exalt is getting stronger and stronger. Okay, the effect of this exalt, by the way, if it does not have crescendo, then it does 3 instances of damage. Red stance. Knowing that, let's get rid of this. And since none of the cards, except for the defense, I should play this first again. Okay. One soul for sure. Okay. That was 200,000 and a bunch of hits, and that did 49,000 bleed. It did 355 strength down. It works. It's still weaker than most whale units. It works, but I think the buff is just good if you want to fucking use him as a fucking, you know, support. It's okay. It's not something I would invest in. Because after Exalt, it means another card. That just makes Blue Will stronger. That also buffs Ultra Will. Because this is the Blue Will or To Will buff, the bottom for the plus 12. After To Will, all Awaker's command target this turn gains 15% final damage boost. So it's like a, in reality, 30 to 40% damage boost. In reality, once you take effect all the other multipliers, especially with her Overexalt. It's a pretty strong buff. So let's just do all this. Okay, does he give us weakness next turn? No. So I'm gonna wait till next turn to do shit. I'm gonna wait till next turn to do shit. So this is the Tawil thing. The Traco is a South American goblin creature who lives in the forest with stubs for legs. And it was used as an excuse to explain unexplained pregnancies. So the gist is that they are irresistible and ugly. This is one of the earliest forms of the ugly bastard. Excellent Tawil. It now buffs your entire team, and that's especially good on Blue Will, because every one of the team's members are already good. So discard, or double check and make sure. All Awakers. Next command card by another Awaker triggers once more. So not only does Tawil card double triggers, but also other cards. So let's just use this. This is already gonna double trigger. It double triggered. That's the Tawil Exalt. So the buff is this also. Yeah, it just buffs Blue Will even more. So let's go back and see it, because it buffs any next card. So since Blue Will has these expensive cards, when you're using it in a real Blue Will team, the G-Doll Fate's Descent is a good value, because without it, it only heals that much. You see? And now after, it double triggers, so it's even better. So the buff is very strong for Blue Will. I don't understand why. It's already a strong team. But you can double trigger any one of these, so I'm not just gonna Exalt on Tawil, not choose any cards. Like any other Awaker card on your team is double triggered. So, not choose any cards. So if I play this Protective, for example, double triggered, and it's so good. So good. So it's 2 stacks of Protective Scales. So it, in essence, is an insane buff. G-Doll's AA, it is one of the better ones. But the problem is, it's good, but let me do the video at the same time here. So that's the Tawil buff. It's okay. That was the Tawil buff. The G-Doll AA buff is very good, same as Tawil. However, she does not need it, just like Tawil. So it will not affect that thing on my tier list. And I would say, even though it's game changing, it's not worth going for the plus 12 buff on G-Doll. It is broken. Don't get me wrong, it's broken, but she's already broken. Rather than invest in this. So this is the autumn effect. So let me grab this. This effect, each stack finale damage amp plus 8%. So it's even stronger. Like she already gets a 50% damage amp for her Exalt right now. So in order to match over Exo, you have to wait five finale stacks. And we get the end, it's 10 stacks. Generally speaking, a battle will only go for roughly 20 finale stacks before it's over. At most, 20 finale stacks. If you're lasting more than 20 finale stacks, then that's a you problem. So in reality, it's only a 160% damage amp, which is good. However, you already get a lot of damage amp by just running her on your team. You know how I know all of you guys deserve these jump scares? Because over 20 of you bought an Our Dream subscription from my link. Shoutouts to Our Dream. Watch that video. You guys are all degenerates. Return. So this is with 2 stacks. Now 230 damage. 3 stacks. This is 238 damage now. So every 1 stack is 8 damage on Soul Witcher. And to not do anything, we're in a white stance and just end turn. And just end turn here. Again, it's a lot more than 8 because remember, it's also multiplied by crit damage. So we got, you know, the thing removed, but don't worry. We can easily solve that. I'm just going to rouse Caucus, but not do anything to not change the value. We're just going to Exo on Caucus to remove the weakness. That's why he's good. So it's 245. So it's pretty, whatever. Yes, I have a lot of beginner videos. It's on my spreadsheet, linked in every video. And on that spreadsheet, it links to all of my guides, the general guides. Yep. So, over a bunch of turns, it does add up. It is an insane, but it's not something you would go in for. It's not something I would recommend. Do you expect some rampant HP inflation? I do not. They've been making D-Tide easier and easier. If anything, they're gonna make some other hard content. People will get too mad if they... Because they did do a fucking Dorsey one. People weren't mad about it. I doubt it. However, I could be wrong. But I doubt it. It would... Then again, they do make a lot of stupid decisions. So I don't know. I do not know. They do make a lot of stupid decisions. But I want to say that I don't think so. Because they have to be like pants on head retarded. Like they have to be like the dumbest motherfuckers on earth to do that after 3 controversies in a row, back to back to back to back. Ethereal cores, the AA buffs, life response, everything. That many controversies back to back to back, I doubt that they would do that. Like, they would have to be the dumbest developers on earth to do that. That's why I do not think there will be rampant HP inflation. I have faith that they're not that retarded. I have faith that they won't kill their game by doing that. There is no way. There is no way that would happen, guys. They would have to be the dumbest motherfuckers on earth to do that. So the other part of her buff is all base awakers gain 30% alien miss. So that also fuels the combo. Again, it's not worth it. It's good. It's not worth it to gun for it. It will not change her position on the tier list because she's already S tier. So we use this. All wakers gain alien miss. That's the G-Ball buff. It's very good. I'll do a tier list. I'll update the tier list. That will not change her from S tier to any other tier. So, yeah, that was G-Doll into Will. So this is the Monchette plus 12 buff. The bottom effect increases the trigger limit per turn. I know some retards are like, you underplay Monchette. No. This buff does almost nothing for her for the first effect. It only helps her in mob waves. Because, let me clear my hand real quick. Because this, for example, these fucking Mortal Blasts aren't permanent in your deck. You only get this once. I don't know why people are like, oh, this is insane. This is only good on mob waves. In boss fights, especially one that lasts long, this only helps the initial burst. And it's just to make up for rousing her in the first place. Because remember, the rouse costs 2 mana. Mortal Blast normally costs 1 mana. So it just refunds the cost of the rouse. You don't keep these cards, and you can't hold these new Mortal Blasts in hand. Why? Because they have fleeting. You cannot hold these cards. So that version of the buff does not pertain or matter much over the course of a fight. So even if I use it. So let me go over the next part of the effect. So the next part of the effect is that the limit of pursuit changes from 0 to 10. Now, in most scenarios, let me fucking do this. In most scenarios, you will not easily trigger the 10 pursuit because that is 10 strike cards, by the way, guys. So right now, this is a normal turn without the manchette cards. You will only get that 10 pursuit on the turn you rouse her, not at any other point in the fight. So right now, I simulated an average turn. An average turn, however, we have 2 Mortal Blasts, so it's actually even better. So let's tide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that 10th hit is the difference in the buff. That 10th hit is what matters. But you notice the problem here. I had a turn where I have 10 strikes ready to go to trigger all 10. And I'm at a Rift Palm. During COVID, there was a brothel in China that shut down. Their specialty? Fucking sex doll brothel. The reason why? Because they weren't cleaning their sex dolls. On chat, they just moved the buffs around. Doesn't matter. So, let's have another fun fact. Play a defense card. You cannot play any other cards but strike in order to proc this. And that was... So, in most scenarios, the buff does not matter. It does not change the whaled out version except for mob waves. For the mob waves, it helps. But in this, it's very hard to get the 10th hit. Very hard. So, most cases, you're not going to see this buff comes in play. It's one of the pretty bad buffs. Because if I want to continue, for example, I use the manchette. I pull it. Oh, I get a cheap one. Boom. 11. Now, every strike card is 1 more. I don't have any mana to play anymore. So, you have to only play strikes that turn. It's a very unrealistic buff. This is like peak pie in the sky scenario for boss fights. For mob fights, it will help her out. But for boss fights, it doesn't move the needle. And remember, the Mortal Blast we got from just rousing her does not exist. We only got her base Mortal Blast. So this is just a one-use buff. It is irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. It does not change her gameplay whaled out. So it's pretty bad, in my opinion. But it's at the level where I want it to be. It's good as in, this is the kind of buff I want. Not like the insane buffs Calf and the other units got. Not like the insane buffs Calf and the other units got. Which is night and day difference. So let's go over the last Chaos unit that I have is 24. 24 was already S tier. This just makes her even stronger. So you already saw my any video version of it. Thing is, I hate doing 24 showcase. Because I don't like her gameplay style at all. So her rouse effect is the persona effect of her card is doubled. And the effect is expired by every time she exils. So because of the second part of the text, it's whatever. If it weren't for the second part of the text, I would have no issues with it. But so as you all know, 24, the best version of 24 is blue. And this is the persona. Every damage 24 deals, enjoys 75% technical damage bonus, inflict poison equal 10% of damage dealt. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. 24 command card personality effects doubled. So, it's very good. So the effect of the personality effects is down here. One instance, and these effects. So, blah, blah, blah. Effect. Yeah. So 2 turns of weakness. This will So you notice in this video, we didn't have Ogier, we didn't have fucking Doll, because I already did it in a different video. Which is the next buff, which is, you know, because they didn't get the plus 12 buff. This is only for the plus 12 buffs. This is not for the post buff. So this is all the Awakeners, but I'm going to do a updated 24 one. I'm going to do an updated Nymph one, and maybe a Pandia one if I can find a Pandia well. But that was all the plus 12 ones that, quote unquote, matters, except for Nymph. I cannot find a plus 12 Nymph for the life of me. For the life of me. I cannot find a plus 12 Nymph. So, without further ado, I'm going to end this video with a couple of random facts that will scar you from beyond the grave.